What's going on, guys? My name is FlameHorizon, your coach of the Minnesota Lycanrocs, and I am here with my IBL draft analysis. I am recording this the day before it's due because my computer crashed, as some of you know, so getting things resituated. But we are here, as you can see the whole team in front of you, but I am doing this to show you all the custom sprites, and I'm going to go through it member by member. So we will start with the first pick I made. And before we continue at all, if you see anything you like in this video, be sure you leave a like as soon as you see something you like. I'm sure some of you are going to see something you like. Leave a like as soon as you see it. And the other thing is, be sure to subscribe if you're new, because I am on the road to 200 subscribers. So let us get right into the draft analysis. IBL is GBA draft style. You know, we have a tier 1, a tier 2, 2 tier 3s, a tier 4, a tier 5, 4 free picks, and a Gigantamax Pokemon. So 11 Pokemon overall. And you see the whole team right in front of you, right there. So we are going to start with the first pick there, which is Deku, the Dracovish. So as some of you know, some of you may not know, I'm a big My Hero Academia fan. So the star of the team, which is Dracovish, is going to have to be the star of the anime, which is Deku. Look at that custom sprite. The mouth is kind of weird. I may fix that. I'll probably fix that as time goes on. I've already done the first couple battles, so it might not be fixed. I will try to get to fixing that, but otherwise, look at this custom Dracovish. We'll actually go into summary. We'll do that. Like, look at this beast. And you know, Dracovish is a water dragon type with the awesome Vicious Rend, Strong Jaw, basically 2-hit KOs everything in the metagame that doesn't have water absorb. This thing is a boss. Alright, getting into the next pick, I kind of wanted to get my Steel type right away, and I wanted to really use this Pokemon. I used a lot of Gen 7 Pokemon in this, but I decided to go with Todoroki, the Copperaja. Shoto Todoroki has that white and red color scheme, looking beautiful. This thing gets Sheer Force and Heavy Metal, Heavy Slam destroys everything. Heavy Metal Heat Crash can destroy everything. Sheer Force Life Orb using moves that have secondary effects. This thing can hit like a powerhouse. It also can set up Stealth Rocks. It can be fairly bulky. I thoroughly enjoy this Pokemon. I am excited to use it in this league. And the other main thing with it that I like to point out is, like, look at that attack stat. 394 attack, 448 HP when it's max HP, max attack. This is busted. Pairing it with Dracovish, it can switch into the Dragon-type moves that Dracovish should be weak to. It can switch into the Freeze-Dry that Dracovish would be weak to. I can switch into the Fairy-type moves that Dracovish should be weak to. I think it's a really good partner for Dracovish. Going into my next pick, I actually have to back out a little bit. So, when I when I legitimately bred in my team, it was hard to get this to work, but I got it to work. And here we have Ochako Uraraka, the shiny Celebi. Look at that color scheme. It is fantastic. Based off of Ochako Uraraka, I love this color scheme. I think I did a fantastic job. Personally, this is one of my favorite ones that I've made. It's got a little bit of the purple on the antennae. It's mainly pink with the blackness to be based off of Uravity, which is Uraraka. I thoroughly enjoy this one, and I can't wait to use it. Celebi has a lot of different things that it can do. Set up rocks. It's got Leech Seed. I think it gets Healing Wish as well. And I can do like setup. I can do just bulky. This thing can do a lot of attack from physical or special, because base 100 across the board. I think it pairs really well with my team. I'm really happy to be using Celebi. And kind of as the rest of my draft rounds out, you will see I do have one weakness, and I won't say it yet. Eventually, I will patch up this weakness, but we will see when that happens. Up next, we have Mineta, the shiny Gigantamax Garbodor. Look at this absolute unit. This is my Gigantamax Pokemon. I was like, oh, this one should be fun. It gave me a little extra points for free Pokemon. Alongside with Weak Armors can be one of its abilities. This thing is an absolute unit. When it Gigantamaxes, its G-Max move guarantee poisons the Pokemon it hits if it doesn't kill it, because G-Max moves are busted. And I can hold any item I want with this G-Max here. So I'm very excited to use this. I was like, what's like the worst one I can pick? And then I picked it. I'll show you guys the Gigantamax form after, I think in the Pokedex. In fact, let me cut to that now. Huh. Again. So I went and checked, and in the Pokédex I can't view it because I don't think I've seen the shiny one technically, because I keep reloading saves and whatnot. But right now this is what we are dealing with, and it's based off of Mineta, who is probably my least favorite character in My Hero Academia, but he has a decent color scheme, so it worked. And Mineta's trash, Garbodor's trash. We'll move on. Going up, so that I based Hatterene off of my favorite character from this show. And those who know who this character is, you will know, but this is based off of Najire Hado, and I felt it was perfect, turning the pink into a nice blue. I think this, and it's shiny too, I think this recolor looks incredible. Having Magic Bounce, having another Psychic type is kind of meh, but a lot of things Psychic are weak to, Fairy resists, so having this is good. Trick Room, Calm Mind, slap an AV on this, it can live hits for days. I'm really excited to use Hatterene. That Magic Bounce is kind of the big thing. Being able to bounce back webs, if people decide to bring webs, being able to bounce back Toxic Spikes, or set up my own Toxic Spikes with this. Going on to my next one is Kaminari, the Heliolisk, with Volt Switch T-Bolt. This thing, I've used this before. Some of you know that I've used this quite well before. I really love that it has Dry Skin, I love that it has Solar Power, and I love that it has Sand Veil. Having all the different weathers, this thing can set up Sand Veil with its, or the Sandstorm with its Gigantamax Rock move. This thing comes in and abuses the sand. I'm excited for that team synergy. There's a little bit right there. Otherwise, like, other things can just set up Sun for me, or can set up Rain for me, so I can have the Dry Skin healing. This thing is a really good Water type check. Can come in, absorb the Water type move, and then T-Bolt or Volt Switch out, depending on what the opponent brings. I really, really, really like Heliolisk, and it is a really good color scheme. But the next one, I wasn't too sure on, but after I got used to it, it's actually not a bad color scheme. I based Colossal, which is my next pick, off of Katsuki Bakugo. And, like, it's not bad. I wish I could have done more, but changing it from black to another color was a little bit difficult. I could have incorporated some of the green, but because Katsuki Bakugo has like grenades on his hands in his costume when he's in his hero costume. But otherwise, I kind of made the Cole look like his blonde hair, and then he has more of like an orangish color scheme. I think I did a really good job, but Bakugo, Colossal can set up Stealth Rocks, it can set up Spikes, it can Rapid Spin, it has Gyro Ball. This thing is an overall bulky boy. The only thing I have to be worried of is Water types and Ground types. And as you guys can kind of see, I do have a bit of a ground weakness, and I'll patch that up come week 3. You will see. But the only thing that can really switch into my ground moves is Celebi, and Celebi doesn't really want to do that all the time. But we will, we'll be able to make it work. I didn't think about that as things were going on, but we'll be able to make it work. This thing can do a lot of things. It can Will-O-Wisp. I'm excited to use Colossal, and its evolution line is probably one of my favorite evolution lines from Gen 7, so I am really excited to use that. Coming up on Glaceon, I based it off of Momo Yaoyorozu. I have not seen this one in game, so I'm very excited to see this. That looks freaking bananas. It looks so menacing. I love it. Like I said, it's based off of Momo Yaoyorozu, who has a black and red color scheme in her costume. I'm just really excited to use Glaceon. Glaceon, for those of you that don't know, is my favorite evolution. Ice Beam, it gets Freeze Dry this generation now. It might have last generation. I don't really know off the top of my head. Shadow Ball, Hyper Voice. It's not the greatest evolution, but it's an Ice type that can put in work. It does get Ice Shard as well in case I need priority. I'm very excited to use Glaceon. I've never used it in draft. I'm very, like, it's going to be fun. The week I bring it is the week I'm probably going to need it the most. But moving on to my next pick, which is Scrafty. So Scrafty, as you know, Dragon Dance, it gets Bulk Up. Bulk Up Shed Skin's a really nice set. Dragon Dance Moxie's a really nice set. Intimidate, Fake Out, just general annoyance set's really good. And I think it goes really well with my team. That Intimidate's going to really help against some of the ground weakness, so nothing can really Earthquake spam me. But look at this recolor. It's based off Mezzo Shoji, and I am a big fan of the way this thing looks. I might swap around the dark blue and the light blue, might not. I actually like it the way it is quite a bit. But my gosh, look at that. And how it fits in with my team. The Intimidate support kind of really helps, like I said. Moxie support this thing is going to be one of my main sweepers, because it actually does really, really well this generation. You get rid of the opponent's fairy type, and this thing really can't be stopped if it's the right set. So now going into my next Pokemon. I was originally going to base it off of Toga, so that's why it's the color it is. But then I decided, well, I can just name it Hagakure, because Hagakure is the invisible person. We don't know what she looks like. So we have a yellow Ditto, and I think that it works. And Ditto is, can just come in, copy setup sweepers and reverse sweep. It can come in on arena trappers and revenge kill them. It can come in on a whole lot of things and do the revenge killing that I need it to do. Like I said, I'm very excited to use Ditto, just for the fact that it'll do what I need it to do. And Ditto kind of stops a lot of people from bringing a lot of setup sweeping, so I can do my own setup sweeping. Ditto always makes people prep for it, and that's what it's there for. And I'm really excited to use Ditto. And my last Pokemon that I drafted, some of you might call me crazy, because I am, but we have Kirishima, the Stonejourner, and look at that. I have a lot of red color schemes, I realize. But it's okay, because red looks phenomenal on this. Stonejourner is another setup sweeper. Rock Polish. You set up a Rock Polish, this thing can clean up shop. It's a really good cleanup tool as long as I get it in on the right thing. If I get it in against a special attacker, that's a big yikes. But if it's in against a physical attacker, it can take a hit fairly well if it's not super effective, and then set up and go from there. But that is the Minnesota Lycanrocs for IBL Season 7. If you all enjoyed this video, like I said at the beginning, be sure to leave a like, comment down below what you thought of the video, and I will see you all next week with the first battle against Beta and his Jumpluff Express. Yes, you heard me right. I hope you all have a great day, take care, and God bless.